Hey guys, Matt here with Crypto Blick. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. I'm going to touch on the ledger hack that has been going on, as well as 5 different ways that you can protect yourself going forward if you use ledger products. So if that sounds good to you, let's make it happen. Let's get started. All right, so a basic overview of what happened. So on July 14th of this year, Ledger announced that their database was hacked. Now keep in mind, this was in reference to their e-commerce and marketing database. So the only thing that was released out to the general public, out to scammers, was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email. That's it. Keep that in mind. And so many people are freaking out saying, oh, my ledger's trash, my crypto's lost, but no, it is not. As long as you did not click on a link within an email or a text message from these spammers, you are good, you are protected. What they try to do is they try to get you to share their 24 keyword passphrase or seed phrase to give them the control of your assets. And so as long as you didn't do that, you guys are safe, you're okay. Just mark those emails as spam, block them on your phone. But one way to protect yourself, and this is what I'm going to show you here in a bit here, is different steps, 5 different steps to protect yourself going forward that you may not have thought about when it comes to protecting your own crypto assets and your financial assets going forward. So if that sounds good to you, let's move on to the next step. All right, so the first step to protect yourself is never give out your 24 keyword seed phrase or passphrase, as I like to call it. I know I mentioned that earlier, but this is something that I need to iterate to you guys. Never, ever give that out. Never put it on your computer, never put it on your phone. Only keep it on those cards that you've been given through Ledger, and that will keep your crypto safe. But this is what these scammers are trying to do. They're trying to get you to download a fake version of Ledger Live to then get you to put in your keywords again so that they can then retrieve those words and then get into your crypto and pull that off your ledger. So as long as you keep your 24 keywords, your seed phrase safe, don't ever give that out. Don't ever put that back into a new software you thinking Ledger said, hey, you need to update your Ledger Live. You follow this link and things are just looking weird. Red flags are going around everywhere. Well, that's why. So keep that in mind. Never give out those 24 words, okay? All right, and then step 2 is to consider changing your email. I would recommend doing this. I would recommend having, and this is something you should have already done, is having a separate email for, your Ledger products. That way, if something like this happens, you can instantly delete that email and you can start a new email and set up your Ledger account to have that email. This is a great way to protect and separate your personal email account from your Ledger information that's coming in, because Ledger doesn't send too many emails out on a regular basis. And so if something like this ever happened, I hope it never happens again, but if it did, at least you're protected, you keep yourself safe, and then your personal email is never compromised. It's just a throwaway email. You can delete it, move on, and create a new email for yourself, for your Ledger products, and you'll be safe from there. All right, for step number 3, one thing you can do is protect your address, okay? And so some of you guys can't do this, but for those of you, consider setting up a PO box number, or if you have a business address, use that address instead. But one way you can protect yourself, put an extra layer of protection when it comes to your crypto products that you buy, is to send those products to a PO box number. So that way your personal address is not being sent out, is not being put on these e-commerce databases like Ledger has had hacked, okay? And so that's one thing that I thought of, that, okay, maybe not everyone can do this, but that is another aspect that you can go out, set up a PO box number, and be able to protect your personal address going forward. All right, and then for step number 4, one way you can protect yourself is to protect your phone number. And so one way you can do that right here that I show you is that you can use a Google Voice number. It's a great way to not be able to give out your personal phone number so that you can not be receiving scam calls like I do on a regular basis. Telemarketers won't leave me alone, so I don't even answer my phone. to be honest. But this is a great way, if they're asking for a phone number, you can put in a Google Voice number that you have set up so you can protect yourself that way. So that is a great way to protect your phone number. It's a great way to protect you as an individual. And let's move on to step number 5. All right, so then the last step, step number 5, is to set up a passphrase within your ledger. So I won't go into grave detail on what this is, but this blog post here that I'll have down in the description will show you how you can do that on your end. It allows you to have your initial 24 seed passphrase. You put that in, you get into your ledger like everyone does. But then you can put in another pin, or another, as they call it, passphrase, to then allow you to get deeper within the ledger to then be able to access your accounts that way. So it basically is a 2-step process that you can set up within your ledger to protect yourself, to protect your assets. I personally have not done this. This is something that I learned about recently and wanted to share it with you guys in case you wanted to go an extra step further to not only protect your phone number, your email address, but also your ledger itself. So take a look here. Take a look at that link that I sent you, and it will show you what you can do to help protect yourself going forward. All right, and before we go here, I want to share some other links, some other podcasts that would be great for you guys to check out to just dive deeper into what's going on with this ledger scam that's out there. So keep in mind, your crypto is not hacked, okay? As long as you did not send out your 24 keyword seed phrase to the scammers, as long as you didn't download the fake Ledger Live, you are good. You are safe. Your crypto is safe, okay? Just keep that in mind. Yes, it's an inconvenience that your email, your phone number, your name is out there, but you know what? You can find a lot of that content by doing a basic search online. You'd be amazed what you can find out online just by doing basic searches, going to websites and digging deeper and finding people's personal information. It's out there. But I wanted to show you some other things here to protect yourself, to also get you more educated on what's going on and what's being publicly putting out there to the Ledger users so that they can be more knowledgeable in terms of what's going on. So a link I'll have here is a message from the Ledger's CEO on what's going on here and what they recommend doing and what happened from Pascal. So that's a great email to look over, to see an update there from him in terms of what's going on. Pascal actually talked on what Bitcoin did, and this was it's a 55-minute long podcast episode. But the episode was fantastic. It was a great, just a conversation between what Bitcoin did and then also Pascal in terms of talking about the Ledger hack. I would recommend you all jumping in on that and checking it out. I recommend the podcast in general. It is an awesome podcast, and also I've learned a lot from what Bitcoin did and those that they have come on their podcast. So anyways, check that out, and you'll see that you'll enjoy everything there. All right, and then there's another article here that Kraken put out as well. This was back in November, and they just gave their own perspective of what was going on. They showed some examples of emails that were coming in, and they showed how these scammers were cloning the Ledger website to make you think that it was the real deal. And it showed you how the misspelled URLs would give some red flags in terms of, okay, this is not the real website. Just some more screenshots here to give you an idea of what was going on. But yeah, so anyway, so that's another article there to take a look at. Here's one that I found that shows what Ledger is doing right now in terms of what's going on. Here's what the team is doing and what you can be doing as well to report the spam and report the hackers and their websites and get them taken down. And then moving on here, I also wanted to just have a link to the original blog post on the hack in case you guys wanted to read more into that and see what was going on. But in the end, here's just a couple things, guys. I wanted to get to you 5 important steps to take care of yourself, to take care of your crypto assets, and just be reassured. As long as you didn't give out those 24 keyword seed phrases, as long as you didn't download the Ledger Live, the fake one, you're safe. Your stuff is protected. Your crypto assets are protected. But there's always great ways to consider to protect your own crypto. Things that I didn't think about doing before that I'm seriously considering now, like the PO box number. I have one myself, but I wanted to, think that, okay, maybe this is the time that I need to change the address of where I'm sending my Ledger products. So anyways, with all that being said, hope you found this helpful to you. Hope that you can keep your financial assets safe, your crypto assets safe, and that you guys will have a fantastic new year going forward in 2021. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for now. If you have any questions, comment below. I'd be more than happy to address anything that I can on my end. Otherwise, check out those articles that I sent you and have a fantastic day.